New Orleans Saints draft 4 over the weekend. First rounder Cesar Ruiz, center out of Michigan, will join Hanging with Hester today. I'll be a guest on Jacob Hester's show between 1 and 3 o'clock. But some of the news that is dominating around the New Orleans Saints are a couple of additions that they made in the quarterback room. It looks like they're coming to terms with Jameis Winston, and they have agreed to terms on an extension with Taysom Hill. So what does the last 24 hours of contracts tell you about the future of the quarterback position in New Orleans?
Well, the Taysom Hill contract, I believe, tells me that they are planning on using him a lot more even than they did last year. Then when you couple that with the Jameis Winston signing, it clearly lays out what we already knew, but it basically confirms it. Taysom Hill is not really your backup quarterback. I'm not saying he can't be your quarterback of the future potentially, because that's definitely still in the cards. But next year he has a role to play, and that role is whatever you want to call Taysom Hill's position, right? That hybrid kind of threat that can beat you in multiple ways. And with that paycheck, you can expect his usage to increase. You don't give a guy $21 million over 2 years, 16 guaranteed if you're going to use him the same amount that he did last year. You expect him to see more and more time. And even the Tommy Stevens draft pick kind of informs that. Because I was with you. I mean, I saw that come across my phone, and I was kind of like, what the hell, dude? Like, Tommy Stevens was terrible in college. I mean, Garrett Schrader beat him out of Mississippi State, and then I was talking to the Cannon yesterday, and he kind of he laid out what the view is on Stevens. It is to find another kind of Taysom Hill, like have a backup for that role in case Hill were to get injured. You don't have to completely change the offense because you have a guy who can come and do similar things. I have questions about Steve. Steven's a little bit bigger, a little less athletic, but as my old man told me last night, like, don't even think about him throwing a forward pass. Yeah. You didn't get Tommy Stevens to throw a forward pass, okay? It is to be that new hybrid role. But the signing that I am excited about, I think the Jameis Winston signing is unbelievable. The same way that I love Teddy Bridgewater in a year where you have Super Bowl aspirations, you need that insurance policy in case an injury happens. Well, that happened last year, and look what your insurance policy did. Now, I don't know if Jameis goes 5-0, but it got you where you needed to be a guy with a tough stretch. Jameis Winston, where's the downside? Like, I mean, maybe when the price comes out, people be like, that's too much. But then again, Mickey Loomis is such a wizard with the cap that nothing ever seems to matter price-wise. But where's the downside? It's not like there's see, if you bring Cam Newton in, there may be a little alpha problems, right? Who's going to be the leader? Will he be subservient? I don't think you're going to have that, Winston. In fact, Winston had a better offer, more money from Pittsburgh, and he chose to come to New Orleans. And I don't know if that's because of the path that, like, Teddy took. So it's almost like this quarterback rehabilitation center. If you want to get paid, take the next step. But Winston wants to be, so there's no locker room problems about who the leader is. You know the alpha is Drew. As far as backup quarterbacks go and insurance policies, I mean, right now the New England Patriots have Brian Hoyer and Jarrett Stidham as their quarterbacks, okay? And you have Drew Brees and Jameis Winston. And so as far as backups go, a ton of experience, obviously. And then, I don't know, man, look, he has the talent. He could potentially be the long-term answer. And potential's the key word there. Obviously, he's got to clean things up, but, like, we know he can play. He led the league in passing yards. He threw over 30 touchdowns. Like, if he can cut down on the mistakes, improve the decision-making, then, yeah, he has the talent to be a franchise quarterback. So you check all the boxes. It's super low risk, super high reward. It helps you in the immediate. It potentially helps you long-term. I think the Jameis Winston signing is a home run.
And I think the concerns of it are paralyzed in the sense of what you described of him having a higher offer, a more lucrative offer from the Pittsburgh Steelers, but deciding to join the New Orleans Saints, I think goes for the reputation of what the Saints have in building that position and what they can do for you. I mean, if you just nothing at all, look at Teddy Bridgewater's contract. He gets guaranteed $60 million after the 2 years he spends in New Orleans and rehabilitating his reputation to be able to get back to playing quarterback. Now, his rehab was coming from injury. Jameis, in my opinion, only has to clean up one thing, decision-making. Yeah. Now, that's a major component of playing quarterback, especially on Sundays. But everything else, he threw for the most yards. He had 30 touchdowns. He's got the skill level. If he just learns the simple art of decision-making in that position, and you've got two of the best in the leader and teacher in in Sean Payton and a guy who lives it every single day on every throw he makes in Drew Brees.
Yep.
I'm like, T, why not? Kick the tires. See
Great
what happens.
signing. I absolutely love it.